What is going on, dudes? Welcome to the second part of the 3 Block Challenge number 6 judging. I apologize if in your culture that gesture is offensive. It is not in mine, and I don't know if it is in anybody else's. So, anyway, we are here in the 3 Block Challenge world on the InfiniteHeights Minecraft server. I am doing some judging for you dudes about the 3 Block Challenge. We are in part number 2. If you are checking this out on the live stream, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are placing your votes for the Player's Choice Award. If you are checking this out after the fact on the YouTubes, I appreciate your views so much. Thank you so much, genuinely, for taking a second to check out my stuff. But this is part 2. We will have a part 3 coming up after this, and there is also a part 1 where I talk about the first half of the builds that we did some judging on. So, I'm going to start right now. We got 7 to 11, 12, and then that'll wrap up the preliminary judging. So we're going to get back on it. We are here at plot number 7 with Outcast Enderman, the Temple of Winter. The temple was once the Fountain of Youth, but was frozen in never-melting ice, best in Moody. Well, you know we playing Moody. You know we playing Moody, brightness Moody. So, let's see what we can see inside this temple. Now, the truth of the matter is that no temple has ever won a 3 block challenge before. And that means, and that is because just simply no temple has ever won a 3 block challenge before. It's not for any particular reason. In general, we don't have anything against temples. One of the themes that temples generally have in common, though, is that they are symmetrical, and they are fully symmetrical. So if, in other words, we have a building, right? So we're working with a three-dimensional medium here. We're working with three-dimensional sculptures in a way. So if I look at it from this angle, and I look at it from this angle, and I look at it from this angle, and then again from this other side here, it's the same thing from every angle that I look at it from. And there's not necessarily anything objectively wrong with that, but we do have other builds in the competitions that generally have something interesting and unique to look at from all 4 sides. And so it's not that there's anything inherently wrong with a completely symmetrical build, it's just that there are other builds that are more capable of scoring higher amounts of points than those, and that's one of the reasons I think that contributes to it. I personally love temples. Some people really dislike temples, and that's okay. Their opinions, everybody's allowed theirs, even if they're stupid, and I disagree with them. But so every time we see a temple, I think that disclaimer kind of needs to be put out there for dudes. I'm not saying don't build temples in a 3 block challenge. I'm just saying why, if you go through the Hall of Fame, which has the winner from every 3 block challenge there has ever been, there is yet to be a temple. I want to see one. I do. I want to see one. So we got Outcast Enderman doing some really, really awesome and unique work, creating what looks like a fountain for us. So it's like a fountain that starts up there. The flounder. What? The fountain splits. I'm gonna start this over again. Okay. So we got Outcast here, and he's got a fountain for us, and he's done a cool thing here where he splits the stream of the fountain from what appears to be its initial source up there into 9 smaller streams, and then each of those streams appears to split in this very complicated pattern that we see here into additional streams. And he's given us just kind of a tiny glimmer of light in the middle, which I think is pretty awesome, and it kind of lets us know that there's something kind of special happening in there. But because the whole thing isn't light, he's kind of really letting us know that this is something that used to be a little bit brighter. That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it. So it looks like we'd be able to come in and approach the fountain here, and then get the Fountain of Youth get the healing waters. The temple is once the fountain of youth. It's, I don't know, is it now the fountain of aging? If you touch the ice, does it suck your life energy from you and make you an old person? I wonder. But the fact that I can put myself into a fantasy place based upon the backstory he's given us and based upon the complexity of the structure he's built and the choices that he's made there speak to the quality of the structure. So if he's giving me something, he's like, it's a fountain, used to be fountain of youth, now it's frozen, and I can't imagine these things, or I can't put myself there. That's probably not quite as quality of a build as this is. But I mean, there's a lot to look at inside the fountain itself, and so kind of it's easy. The details and the backstory that he's created using the tools that everybody has access to for a 3-block challenge allow me to put myself in that position and allow me to suspend disbelief and get in on that cool world that he's built and try to show us that little snapshot of. So it's kind of cool to see that. Good job, Outcast. Good build, buddy. Plot number 8, Sir D Journey. What do you got for us, Sir D? Any signs? Any signs? I don't see any signs. Don't see any signs. Alright, so what I'm seeing here, I mean, this looks like kind of an observatory to me. Looks kind of an observatory to me, so we can kind of enter somewhere in down here, maybe underneath in the structure that this is maybe the roof of, and kind of work our way to the top. So what I'm seeing, Sir D, is, I mean, you've included some really interesting details. You've included some really interesting details around the area. Kind of have the structure plunked on top, but there's no light up top. And you didn't include any signs for me to kind of help me out and figure out where I should be going here. It looks a little bit like the part on the top could kind of like rotate around, which is kind of cool. Like the neck is kind of here, so it would kind of like rotate. Like, I don't know if that makes sense or is also yet another vulgar gesture. But you know, if we're talking about, because I don't have those clues to kind of help me figure out what you were working with, Sir D, just on kind of a technical level, I'm seeing really good mix of blocks. You have the proportions pretty solidly picked out here. You have a good amount of detail on all the surfaces that I can see. So it looks like everything's been considered. There's just kind of these big open spaces in the front or on the sides or around the bottom part, and if they're supposed to be there, I can't tell, so they just kind of look like open spaces. So I kind of, you know, you have some really good detail and stuff working all over the structure. I just want to see more of it, and I kind of wonder, like, hey, why is there nothing there? There should be more. There should be more of the cool detail and more of the cool kind of thoughtful choices that you made over the rest of it. Just more of it, man. More of it next time, Sir D. Solid build, and this is definitely improvement over past builds for you. There's a lot more detail here. A lot more thought went into building this beforehand. It's clear, especially compared to like I said, other builds in the past that you did. You are headed in the right direction for sure. Just leave us some signs, man. Leave us some signs to help tell that story, bro. We have plot 9. Snowy212. What's up, Snowy? Snowy is a new player to the server. Worst build ever is what this is titled. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree because I don't think it is a bad build. I think I'm going to show you my proof for why this is not necessarily the worst build ever in 1 second. Okay, so I'm not making an unverifiable statement here. I don't genuinely believe that this is the worst build ever. There are builds in this build challenge that score more points, but that doesn't mean this is inherently the worst build ever. Couple points. There is a clear understanding here about how structure and space works. There is the ability to create an interior space that is different than the exterior. That is something that some people do not have the ability to do. There is the recognition that there are multiple orientations of stairs, and we can use them in different ways for different effects. The fact that the glass panes are lined up with that middle edge of those stairs shows me that somebody knows what they're doing at least a little bit. The fact that these kind of add this little detail in the front, and we've created the entrance with another creative use of the stairs, lets me know, hey, maybe somebody didn't really know 100% what to do for the 3BC, and so they threw this up so they wouldn't have it incomplete, which I can understand. There should be, or could be anyway, some more stuff up top. If we're talking about, I mean, the rules have been followed here. There are 4 torches. You have 1 more. You have 2 more signs to burn. So, I mean, there are builds that looked cool at first and then fell apart because they had rules broken, so there's that too. But these little glimpses, Snowy, of the way you've kind of used these patterns and the way you've turned and flipped the stairs to create different effects tell me that if maybe you have more time or just a little bit more familiar with the 3BC, you could put something really awesome together. So I hope next time that you have that time to do that so we can see what you got, man. We can see what you got. I mean, I've seen your YouTube channel. I know you got some good builds in you. You got them in there. So, you know, next time. First of all, welcome to the server. Second of all, next time, the next 3 block challenge. Come on, man. Give us something to work with. I know you got it. Plot number 10, Kissy. She nasty. Plot number 11. Nice hair. All right. No, I knew that would bug you, Kissy. Eat it. Plot number 10, Kissy. Futuristic passenger space transportation. Looks best in Moody, obviously, because we're legit. We're playing in Moody. I see a sign in the back. I'm not sure. Is this a vulgar sign? Kissy, you'll have to be disqualified for this. Okay, no, I see it. I get it. So here's the pilot seat. We sit here, and these are the control handles. Is this? I'm full of culturally insensitive gestures tonight. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I think it's funny. I get it. Cool use. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. And so it looks like. So we have the device, and then you sit inside of it, and it moves towards us in this direction, right? Pilot's chair. Looks like kind of energy or electricity or like technological wave things happening around it, which is kind of cool. Kind of exciting, kind of cool. Kind of cool. What do we think in terms of the block ratio? I think the block ratio is pretty good. From the front, it looks like we're maybe going a little heavy. Yeah, maybe a little heavy on the glass or stone bricks. But, hey, it's the 3-dimensional builds that we're working with. So when you come around the side, I think with the roof, totally it becomes balanced out. It's a very highly detailed, very imaginative and creative build. Very cool kind of thing. Very cool. Very cool FPST. Futuristic Passenger Space Transport. FPST. Very cool. Very cool. So the vibe on the outside is a little futuristic. It's hard to really truly pull off futuristic with wood planks. I think we all just assume wood will not exist in the future. But the vibe on the inside is that we are definitely inside a craft, which is cool, because from the outside, the language that Kissy has used here to create the outside is completely different than what's on the inside, and they totally feel like two different things, which is really interesting. Which is really, really interesting. Very cool. And so when Kissy came up with the craft, she could have just given us the craft here in the circle. It's kind of circular shape in the middle, and been done with it. But instead, she recognized that there's all this empty space along the sides, along, you know, if this is the front part, along the front and the back. And she's given us stuff there, cool stuff, cool glowing stuff, these cool little details, to acknowledge that that space exists and to use that as a tool to kind of help complete this environment, which is sweet. Hey, Coco just joined up. What's up, Coco? Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Very cool. I'm going to turn it to night here. See how this changes it. Yeah, I think this looks way cooler at night. Looks more, I mean, the way the kind of light is working, it kind of gives it more of a, this atmospheric effect that I think really helps. Very cool. Very cool. Solid build, Kissy. Good job, girl. Thank you. We have in plot number 11, nice hair. Flaming zombie Duke head. Thank you. Very nice. Okay. So, alright, are you guys seeing this? Looks like a stone brick stair skull with blue fire coming out of the eyes, out of the blue skull mouth. Got flesh peeling off and just falling. My new luscious long hair. Zombified and decomposing and falling off the back. My beard. My mussy gone. Obviously, the eyebrows. Totally intact. Very well done. I mean, the effect of the torches, the placement of the torches inside at night, adding that glowing effect. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, caterpillars, even though you spelled it wrong in chat, Kissy. Caterpillars. Awesome. Well done. Nice hair. Plot number 12. Swiggles. Oh my goodness. Oh, Swiggles is back. Let's see what Swiggles has created for us. A big sloppy smoochie to my girl Rose. The torch is the heat of my love for her. And this sign says the brown part is a mussy. A moustache. That's really, I mean, we got the kind of spitty drool coming down the lips here, which is gross. We got this dirt stash up top. Very gross. I guess the sentiment between you, Swiggles, and your girly Rose is somewhat heartwarming if I had one of those to be warmed, but I, alas, do not. But I mean, look at the symbolism here. We have the saliva drool kind of thing, which is disgusting. We have the heat of his love for her, given to us by the torch. And I don't know why the mustache is there, because the Swiggles I know to be Swiggles doesn't have a mustache, but I don't know. I personally find this offensive and disgusting. But hey, that's how somebody feels. That's how they feel, and you can't take that from them. Can't take that from them. So that is it for part 2 of 3 Block Challenge number 6 judging. I guess next time it'll be 2 fingers. That's definitely vulgar. Anyway, if you are checking us out on live stream, thank you so much. Don't forget to place your vote for the Player's Choice Award. If you are also watching us on live stream but aren't on the server, you don't have to sign up for anything. Just jump on the server. play.infiniteheightsmc.com is our address. Just hop in, do /3BC. As soon as you get here, place your vote. You have until I'm done doing the awards for the competition. We'll award the Player's Choice Award last. So you have until that time to place it. If you are checking us out after the fact on the YouTube, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean it. I want you to know, though, we are coming back with part number 3. So this is only part number 2. Check the annotation, check the links in the description if you like, for links to part number 1, which also happened, and part number 3, which is about to happen. So again, thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you so much to the dudes checking us out on the live stream. Stay where you are. We'll be right back with part number 3.